Thank you.
Low-key love being on camera.
Yeah. Just want to make sure okay, so.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for telling me.
So why do Irish students care about languages, if they do at all?
Because you, like the idea I guess of IR is that you're aiming to work internationally.
Mm-hmm.
So like having the language will give you the ability to work internationally.
Oh,
you know what I
okay,
mean?
cool.
And like, because you also, in IR, you specialize regionally. So a lot of people will like learn the language of the region. Like for example, I specialize in Latin America,
yeah.
so I learned Spanish. And I think that's like an important thing that I've learned through my degree, and just like now as I'm coming to the end of my degree, as I'm applying for jobs, is that like having a language is like, it'll open a door for you. Like it's just one of those things that like sets you apart, you know what I mean? Because like there's loads of people that'll graduate with this, but like on my resume I put that I speak French, English, and Spanish. Like it's something else. And like one of the professors here was telling me that like the reason like she got in she was teaching political science to like Spanish ambassadors.
Oh, cool.
And like Latin American like ambassadors, because she could speak Spanish. And she was like I might not have been like necessarily the most qualified person to do it, but I was the only one with a PhD who also spoke Spanish who could do it.
Right, it just makes sense.
Yeah, and it's just like it's never not, I don't know, in my opinion, it's never not a good idea, right? Like it's just setting yourself, and I think that's the focus, like, or something that's going to become really important for people from our generation graduating university, because everyone's so qualified. So you need to have something that's like sets you apart, right? Because if it comes down between like me, Jocelyn, and Jane, and we have the exact, because like if she graduates from IR, we'll have the exact same thing. The only thing that's going to set us apart is if Jane speaks French and this organization works with like France. Like,
well, it's crazy. Like my friend, one of my friends, he used to manage a watch store, and it's interesting because he managed a watch store, then the watch store was closing down, and they gave him like 2 months notice, and like so he had it was lots of time. So the second he found out, he saw, I think, an advertisement for Air Canada hiring. And he's like, oh, it's a big company. I'll send my resume now. And they're not gonna like. If they call me, maybe it'll be 2 months. Maybe like I don't know. I'll just send one. They call him. I think it was like the next day or something. Because he put on his resume that he had French immersion. And that he.
It's important.
And they're like, and then like within I think a couple of weeks, or 2-3 weeks maybe, if that. They're like interviewing him, like come in, and he's and it's funny because they needed people who were bilingual. And so often my friend was telling me that when he went to the interview, a lot of people would either be really good in French but not so great in English, or vice versa. So he knew one person who's like native, native like French speaker. Hello.
Hey, how's it
Azren.
going? Hi, my name's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's sick, because it's just like, I don't know, like it's
sure.
And honestly, like I've met so many people that are just like, I just got this job because I could speak French. Like I could speak Spanish, and I could like and I've seen on so many, because I've been applying like crazy for jobs, and it's like so many of them are like, oh, like having a language would be a benefit. Like no one's gonna say no, like because we live in such like a diverse, multicultural society too, like, and we're becoming more and more like globalized. Like having a language is gonna be like so much more key, right? Because like Azren's just
you can.
Oh, I am
if that's
so
okay with
sorry.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. I'm sorry I walked right through it.
No, it's totally fine.
So basically it's just like I feel like a lot of people don't realize the benefits of like, learning how to, it's like you said, sometimes you just hit that wall and you're like, screw this.
I'm over it.
But like when you do, I feel like it just not only like it impacts the way you experience like the world or whatever they say, but it does open up like new
you just have so many more it's not a good idea. So I think I don't know, I think for me the important things, for you to talk about would be like, I guess like include why it's important to you, and then give like the legitimate like literal resources that people can find in Calgary. Like, because I think that's like the thing that people might not be aware of outside of like the university. Cool. The ways to learn language. Yes.
So, on campus today, and here's what's up. As you guys saw, I had the meeting with a campus club, which is really exciting. Might be doing some speaking with them. And second of all, I'm still trying to figure out how I can get some accreditation for the Chinese classes that I've taken and want to continue taking at the university here. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. It takes a long time. They send you around to different departments and you're talking to different people, and kind of a pain, but I feel like that's very, very common with universities. On a completely different note, check this out. This is the rock. What is the rock? Well, clearly it is a rock. However, it is more paint than it is rock. Basically, the story of the rock is there is a rock here at the University of Calgary, and then every single year it gets painted over many, many, many times with different kinds of messages. So, for example, right now, OTS October 14th. That's the thing on it right now, and people paint it with a variety of different messages. And what happens is that over the years, the rock gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because there's paint and paint and paint and paint. And so I saw this picture once that basically like the rock is basically probably less than half the size it is now. It just has so many layers of paint now that it is now a heck of a lot bigger. So that is a story of the rock. I might be going back to you. Actually, I'm gonna go back to university now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the winter. Yeah, I realized that I wanted to do a minor in Chinese.
That's not bad.
But then you need to pick a major if you want to do a minor.
Oh.
So then I went to university to talk to them about it. And they're like, oh, you should just do another major. And I was like, well, yeah, but that's gonna take like 4 years. Like, I don't wanna do that. They're like, yeah, but you already have a degree. Just do an after degree program.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't need nearly the same amount of courses.
Yeah.
And so it ends up being that I already took some open studies that factor in. I took my science classes are factored in. Like a lot of stuff is already factored in. And so really it's like 20 classes, and compared to 40. Or actually less than 20. Or no, is it 40? Yeah, no. Anyway, a little bit less than 20 actually. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that. So I think I'm like 85-90% sure I'm gonna do that. So I'll be in the winter start, but only 1 or 2 courses per semester, so not full-time student. Not dropping my work. Donc, est-ce que je peux voir ce que tu as fait? Ok, fais voir. Oh, franchement, c'est génial, hein? J'adore. Est-ce que je peux prendre une photo? Ça te gêne? Non?
Yeah.
Ok, merci.